What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of XPN News. Today, I'm of course joined by Mr. BMG right over here. How are you doing, good sir? Hope you are doing well.
All good after seeing an amazing Xbox Direct.
Oh yeah, I'm doing fantastic considering what we just saw. And
hmm
of course, we are going to be talking about the Xbox Developer Direct, share some of our thoughts about the show, not try to do some long discussion about it, but let's see what we got here. They started really well, first of all, talking about the surprise game, which was Ninja Gaiden 4. By the way, I just want to say that I want to curse every single leaker that said that it was going to be Ninja Gaiden, including Just Coded. I just want to say I hate you all joking, of course. But yeah, they kind of spoiled the surprise, but it was such a great announcement either way. Uh, After that, they announced a shadow drop of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the basically an ultimate version of it being done with Unreal Engine 5. Right after that, they wait with South of Midnight, talking about all the mechanics, the visuals, the story, what is all about the game. And honestly, looking quite good. After that, they followed with Expedition 33, showing a lot of all the love and care that they put of the game. And of course, they left the best for last, which was what we were all wanting to see. I'm surprised they didn't start with it actually, but they
Hmm.
finished with Doom the Dark Ages. Honestly, after what we just saw, what are your thoughts about it, BMG?
Well, we got first of all, we got release dates for all these games.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes. So
the
we got following the order, Ninja Gaiden 4 is available is going to be available at fall of 2025. By the way, this is going to be a second party title of Xbox being published by Xbox Game Studios Publishing. Uh Expedition for not Expedition 43, I'm so sorry. South of Midnight is going to be released in April 8th of this year. Expedition 33 is going to be available at April 24th, and Doom the Dark Ages is going to be available on May 15th. Quite packed. Quite like a first half of the year, honestly, extremely packed.
and yeah, because you've got Avowed in February, so it's
Exactly.
like we literally just got games for the full first half, but also Ninja Gaiden 2, the Black Edition, is available now. If you're watching
Yes.
this today on the 23rd of January, is releasing now. It's available now on Game Pass. Just to put it out there, available on Game Pass as well as to buy.
All games that were showed
Mhm.
during this developer direct, they put the disclaimer saying all the games that are going to be shown here will be available on Game Pass, and all of them are going to have Play Anywhere available. So
Oh yeah.
honestly, that was a nice highlight that they decided to show. They're like
The
bring back that that feature.
They missed out a little detail though. It's
Mm,
one small detail
come on.
because Game Pass, Xbox, they changed the way they were doing it because obviously they brought out new tiers. Like for the likes of Doom, South of Midnight, it's going to be Game Pass Ultimate to get
Ultimate.
them day one. I don't know about Expedition 33 or Ninja Gaiden 4 or Ninja Gaiden 2 because it just says Game Pass. So whether they've changed it and thought, right, you know what, all these games are across all tiers, or if it's just ultimate standard, you get at a later date, which they should have sort of specified. Um, and so I'm not quite sure really where they are on the details. That they should have specified it was Game Pass Ultimate, not just Game Pass, because then anyone that's on the standard thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get these games day one," but we don't actually know that right this very second. So if anyone you do see this, if you're not on the Ultimate, you're on the standard tier or the core tier. If you could check, see if you can access the game, and let us know in the comments. We would really appreciate that.
Honestly, I just think that Microsoft and Xbox consider that the majority of people have the ultimate subscription tier, but like I do agree that is I actually didn't notice about it because I only have the ultimate tier, and it
Mm.
makes me like automatically just think that this is the standard, this is what is available for everyone, there are no other tiers. Like, yeah, they should have they should have shared that detail. But anyways, like this was such a great show. Like, I think that in my opinion this show is like, considering like what we got right now available, that is going to be available to us this year from Xbox first party titles or second party titles, anything that has Xbox Game Studios publishing, either from first party or second party. I think like this is basically the vision that Microsoft wants to give to everybody, which is, by the way, for example, a game like Ninja Gaiden 4, it's going to be just like Doom the Dark Ages is going to be available on PlayStation 5 day 1. It was announced, it is a multi-platform release. No one's going to be surprised by that because now we are all getting used to it. That Xbox is multi-platform, as well as I believe that South of Midnight and eventually, probably later, other games, more and more games and Xbox productions end up coming to PlayStation 5. But I think their vision, it is, we're giving up on exclusivity, but in exchange for that, you get to play all those games day one. We are going to make every single year packed with content from our first party studios. And of course, no game from their first party studios is going to be missing Xbox. Maybe they will end up releasing an exclusive game to PC, but like 1 year after that or 6 months after that, it's going to be available through console. And if it is multi-platform, who cares? You are going to be getting those games day one on Game Pass. So like, just for the till from this day till May of this year, you already got basically, yeah, you already got 5 games. You are going to be having 5 games to play. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black today, Expedition 33 in April, as well as South of Midnight. You're going to get Avowed in February, and you're going to get Doom the Dark Ages in May. After that, we're going to be having the Xbox Game Showcase, and we all know that we are probably going to be having Towerborn being released later this year, the next Call of Duty as well, the Outer Worlds. Like, there's just so much content. So, considering the amount of content that we are going to be getting throughout this year, and I believe the future years as well, this is how Xbox is going to be surviving in the business in by literally changing how they play the game. We don't care anymore about exclusivity. If you want to play these games on PlayStation, fair enough. Be my guest. Pay $70 on each one of them. You are going to be helping us out here in putting more and more games day one on Game Pass for our console users and other ecosystem users as well, and everyone can live happily ever after. Because from the most toxic Xbox fanatic to the most casual Xbox players to the most I don't care about console or PC players to the most casual PlayStation player and to the most toxic PlayStation fanboys, everyone is going to be playing and generating revenue for
Hmm.
Microsoft and Xbox, which allows them to make Xbox just. It seems like the idea of Xbox is literally just completely dominates the industry. It's not about game console sales anymore. It's not about the normal traditional console business anymore. It's just literally about who wins gets the entire industry,
Yeah.
and that's what we are aiming for. Like, it quite interesting, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, it's been for a long time now. The hardware isn't the thing. Hardware's not what makes the money. It's
Yes.
software, it's
Hmm.
games, and it's selling them games, subscription service, getting people into subscription service. That's where the money is. That's where they're making money. Not on hardware. We know it sometimes it can take them a year, maybe two, to make a profit on the hardware. And by then people are just, the sales are starting to die off because people have already got the console. Everyone that's going to buy it's got it. You might get your one people that are upgrading over time, but generally that first year, 12 to 24 months is when your consoles are going to be bought. So it's all software. You've got to think what's making money. And the fact that they're going everywhere, because I believe like Ninja Gaiden as well, that's
Hmm.
releasing on PlayStation. I believe Ninja Gaiden 2 is also releasing to buy on PlayStation, not in their subscription service like it is in Game Pass now.
Hmm.
But you can buy that a la carte, which is again another option. But the fact that you could, they've got all these games coming out. Plus, we've got obviously the other games that were announced for release. Plus, then we've got the summer showcase. It's all good. It's all good. And now I would personally say this is probably the best Xbox Direct they've done so far. The format they've gone with, the way they've done the games. Um, I like it. I do like it. And like a
Hmm.
quick touch on the games, Ninja Gaiden's never really been my sort of game, but the second one's in Game Pass, the like definitive version, the black version. So it's like I actually might try it out and see what I think.
Could
South
we
of Mid,
consider could we consider that a remake or or should we consider a remaster because it isn't like the same game but now redone with Unreal
Hmm.
Engine 5. So what does that make?
See, they've literally just said everything's been updated ish. So they haven't called it a remaster. They haven't called it a remake. They're
It's
just
something.
saying
It's a
it's
thing.
Black Edition. So it's like it's something in between. I think it's something in between.
Okay.
So
Okay, so should we just say that instead of Ninja Gaiden was remade or remastered was blackened? Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Let's go with
It's
that.
in between. It's in between. We need
It's
a word.
blackened, okay.
Yeah, we need
Fair
a
enough.
word for in between remaster remake. So we need to figure out a word. We'll come up with one. We'll make one up. We'll get it added to the dictionary. But South of Midnight never interested me. I didn't
Okay.
like the look of the game. I thought it seemed boring. But after seeing this in the developer direct, a deeper dive, a deeper look into the mechanics and the gameplay, I'm like, I'm actually really, really interested in this game now.
Hmm.
And now I'm thinking, I actually want to play it. And if it wasn't Game Pass, would I buy it? No, definitely not. But it's in Game Pass, so it's like I'll try it. I'm still a bit the stop start animation. I'm still a bit. It feels a bit too slow for me. But until I play it, I really don't know. But from what I've seen, what it's shown, what the concept of the game is, I might actually it's really, really interesting. So I'm actually
One
looking forward to playing it.
one detail that is important for you to know is the fact that you can actually turn off the stop motion feature. So if that's bothering you, if that's annoying you, you can turn it off and it's going to play out like a normal game. I don't know if it is going to change cutscenes. I think
Hmm.
like that changing the cutscenes and make it not be the stop motion style kind of defeats the purpose of it. But gameplay wise, it's already confirmed. There is going to be a feature for you to turn it off, and it's going to play like any other game. But I think that since the beginning, since the first teaser, like there has been such a charm onto it. I don't know if it is because I really enjoy these Louisiana myths and legends that we see here. Like I think
Hmm.
that the static it was so great. Like oh my god, I'm so curious about the music because for example here's a nice example of a way simpler game that has like an environment suited to something like to these myths like voodoo things is all about Louisiana honestly like and the music is so
It
good.
is.
So I
Hmm.
imagine that for this game as well we are going to be getting some serious awesome soundtrack as well as some really interesting gameplay. I really don't want to turn off the stop motion features.
Yeah. Like I say, I like to try and play a game how the developer intends it to be played, and that. So we'll see, But I'm definitely going to play it. I'm definitely going
Yep.
to play it. An Expedition 33. I was very interested in the concept of the game of this artist every year paints a number less, and everyone at that age they die or stop existing. So the concept of the story of the game sounds really interesting. I like I'm more interested in it now than I was because we got a bit of a deeper dive, a better look, like the story, between companions. They're making it more adulty than
Mhm.
usual, so it's going to be a bit more serious and dark, which is really interesting. I like the it's a bit of turn based as well, where you've got live parrying and stuff like that. So I'm really interested in Expedition 33 again. Game Pass, so I'm going to be playing that.
Give
My
it a
son,
try, of course.
yeah, my son's seen it as well, and he loves them type of games, and he's quite excited to play it as well. So,
Awesome.
I'm definitely looking forward to Expedition 33. Is it something you're interested in? Are you?
Yeah,
You know,
like when I saw the first teaser, it didn't caught my attention so much. Like I thought, okay, nice concept. Like it looks really good, but I don't know if I am going to actually play it. Like taking a look at the at what we saw from the developer direct, I really enjoyed what I saw. I also like turn-based combat systems, and I just really enjoyed those two goofy characters that they showed, like the guy that becomes a balloon,
yeah,
and the masked monkey guy who always tries to be funny and always tries to be like the best of all of them, but he's like just clumsy every single time, and he's not that.
yeah. It was
He's
it
not that
was funny.
badass. Like he's kind of stupid. Like so, I loved it. I just loved the sense of humor of it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does look really good. So definitely on the interest there.
Hmm.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
This is the best one. This
See,
is the best one. Come on.
I've never been a Doom guy. Never. Honestly, I've never been a Doom guy. I've just never played them. I played the originals many moons ago. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't play Doom 2016. I didn't play Doom Eternal because I'm just like I'm just not interested. But Doom: The Dark Ages, you pretty much got a Captain America shield with chainsaw around it. It's just like, yeah, I like it. It's more brute force. You're getting in there with a shield, your mace thing, guns as well. There was a gun with the skulls were feeding through it, and I just found that hilarious because I thought that is absolutely awesome.
Hmm.
And you get a big mech. You get to ride a mech dragon, and I'm like, I'm going to play Doom: The Dark Ages because I'm just like,
Yes.
this looks awesome. And and not only does it look amazing, obviously it's software as well.
Tech
So
is
in tech,
just
the
like
engine,
such a marvelous engine.
yeah,
I don't know why Xbox, like considering what we saw from Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and now we saw with Indiana Jones and Doom: The Dark Ages. I don't know why Xbox isn't trying to. You know what? Why shouldn't we try to put this in Halo?
I know the answer to that
Come on now.
because Microsoft have subcontractors and they're only allowed to keep subcontractors for so long, aren't they? It's like, is it 9 months? Something like that, a year,
Yeah.
2 years. So you generally, instead of like they had the issues with Halo, getting in the subcontractors, getting them to learn the slip space engine, and the time they've actually learned that, being able to do stuff, the contracts are coming to an end. So you're getting new people in. Generally, most developers know how Unreal works. So if you most know how Unreal Engine works, so when you're bringing in these subcontractors and they're only there for a year, 2 years, whatever the contract is, I do remember there was announced how long they actually work for, but I can't remember because it was like last year before. So you rather get people in and they can hit the ground running, know already being able to use the engine instead of teaching them a new engine. And while you're trying to teach them a new engine, hence you're going to have mistakes and things because they're learning it, and it's taking the time and resources to teach these contractors to use
Mhm.
the engine. So it's easier to use Unreal and then people can hit the ground running. Whereas like id Software, Bethesda, generally they just do everything in house. They don't get as many subcontractors in, or they use ones. I don't know if that's going to change because now they're part of Microsoft. I don't know, but they've never had that issue, whereas they might have that now. I don't know, but as on the Microsoft side with Xbox Studios and the first party, it's just easier to use Unreal for like contractors and things, and helping between other studios, because like trying to get the coalition to help 343 on Slipspace, if they don't use Slipspace, they use Unreal. I think it's just easier at that to do. But yeah, it looked amazing. It did look amazing. I love the shield. I love it where he threw it at that big fat thing, and he's there cutting him up, spinning around, and then he's shooting him with gun and hitting him with. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And of course, like all of that gameplay, all of that like chaotic gameplay with that soundtrack. While I was watching it, I couldn't help myself. I was like head banging a little bit there because it was so good and so well done. By the way, and like I just love how this developer directs. Like, of course, they get better each year that we end up seeing them, but I just love how like they are all about the literally the showcase. There's no Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty talking or making any sort of intro. It's all about this is the focus of here. The stars here are the developers who made the games and the games itself. Like it's just so well done. Like no cinematic CGI, no gameplay at all. Trailers. It's all stuff that either shows like a little bit of the behind the scenes of the developments and also shows gameplay or anything in truly in engine, like no smoke and mirrors whatsoever. So it's just an amazing format.
Yeah, and the fact they're doing it's a prequel. It leads into Doom 2016, so they have said it's whether you're a veteran of the Doom series or you're
Or
new to the
newcomer.
series, they said it's the perfect place to start. They even showed us some of the options, so you can make the game like really, really difficult, really easy, speed it up, slow it down. You can cause 200% damage and they can only do 10% damage on you. You can literally customize the game how you want to play it, which I think is really cool. I think more games should have options like that where you can. I know Starfield introduced it. You can make it so you do more damage, they do less damage, more capacity and stuff like that. So it's
More
quite
accessibility
interesting tools
and customization for you to be fooling around, of course.
Yeah. And I did see online, I think it was Insider Gaming, they have confirmed there is no multiplayer. So you're not getting a multiplayer with this game. Whether it comes down the line, no one's saying. They're just saying when this game launches, there is no multiplayer. So whether that'll be, it's just going to be a standalone completely, or they're going to introduce multiplayer down the line, I don't know. But as it stands, that's what we've got. But question for you, Fabio.
Come on.
Out of 10, what would you score this Developer Direct?
Honestly,
based on everything.
Yeah, what we saw in the level of excitement, I gotta say this was a 10. Like I have every single game. Like the timing was great. What was said was great. What was shown was amazing. Um, I was interested in every single game. I had the feeling of okay, I want to give it a try. I want to play this, or if even if it wasn't on Game Pass, I would like to. Sometimes in some games, like I have the feeling of okay, yeah, I won't be able to buy this day one, but I really wished I was able to play it right now, and I can now with the games that they showed here, and it's just amazing. I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Myself, again, I'm with you. I'm at a 10. And I very rarely give out a 10 unless it's PlayStation. But it was very well done, very well put together. There was broke down each developer they went to. They broke down different sections of the games, which is a big improvement from last year and the year before. Got to look to see some of the stuff they were working on. They went into detail in things like your combat, your story, the exploration, giving you a bit of a look around, a bit of an idea of how things work, and like seeing the world and stuff like that, and getting a bit of background on why they're doing these things, like South of Midnight, the music, and like the boss battles when they're going from different stages and bosses getting low, the way the music changes. It's like it's well done, well put together, and it's all games that are releasing this year. It's like these are the dates. Last year, year before, you were getting not dates, you were getting
Seasons.
summer this year,
Oh,
winter this year.
winter.
Yeah, yeah,
Winter of this year, April, fall. I don't care. Like it's
yeah,
just
and it didn't work. I think that annoys people more than coming in 2025, and it's like, right, okay, but this they gave all the games were dated. Yet Ninja Gaiden 4, they've said fall, but they've literally given you Ninja Gaiden 2 remake, remaster in between day one now.
yeah,
It's dropped now,
yes.
so which is a shadow drop, which is always good to have a shadow drop, because I
Hmm.
can imagine a lot of people are going to play it. I'm going to play it. Why not? I might as well play it. I'll give it a
Well, yeah,
try.
for sure.
And and again, they announced before the show even started, all games shown coming to Game Pass. Again, needs to be. It should have been more clear if it was all of Game Pass tiers or if it was just Ultimate. They could have been a bit more clear on that, but I'm assuming that might be in the press release. I'd need to have a read of that. But
Hmm.
yeah, no, it's just the way it was presented, the way it was shown. No one stood on stage saying, "Welcome to the Xbox Developer Direct," and giving a speech at the start or the end. It was literally boom, straight into it. And it was good. It was 10. It was 10 out of 10 for me as well.
Honestly, I think we can both agree, BMG, that like these developers direct are starting to not be just like a secondary show, like just a small thing, and they are actually getting to the like starting to get to have the feeling that this is actually a showcase. Like we are having a showcase at the beginning of the year, we are going to be having a showcase at the middle of the year, and then we are going to be having the smaller things in 90 Xbox and all this third party partners show or stuff like that. Like
There is
it's great. It's
there's just
just
so
great.
much. Yeah, it's a good way to start the year. Um, I like it's something to just get you excited for the first half of the year. Then you get the summer showcase, which gives you an idea of what's coming back end of the year, early next year, early to mid next year. So you get an idea of that. And then you got the summer showcase as well, which they always have something there. And then you got the Game Awards where they've always got something. They now have something there. After that year, they didn't have anything but a Game Pass trailer. They made sure they had something there for last year, so I'm assuming they will do this year. Because the thing is, they've got so many games now, so many studios. They need to get more and more out because you can't cram it all into a 90-minute show in your summer show in your showcase. So you've got to kind of spread it out through the year. But this is good. Literally, January, coming to the end of January, this is what you've got coming out from now till May.
Hmm.
And then we're coming into June. This is what you've got coming out the rest of this year and going into next year. Because we know definitely we've got Call of Duty coming out this year.
Yeah.
And I would say at least I would say you're going to have 3 more first party games on top of Black Ops. So you're going to have 4 at the back at the second half of the year, I think
Hmm.
personally. So we'll see. We'll see.
And everyone was saying that Xbox is dead. It's
Xbox
fun.
has no games.
Xbox has no games apparently. Apparently, it has all the games, but we'll see. We'll probably see what happens with Sony on their next State of Play, rumored to be on February or something
That
like that.
that secret showcase is coming.
We'll see what happens there. But those are our thoughts on the Xbox Developer Direct 2025. So good. We are really curious about to see what you guys thought. Like, tell us on the comments below what you thought, what you didn't like, if there was anything you didn't like, what was your favorite game whatsoever, and we'll see you on the next XPN News.